Hey there! Welcome back to my crafting corner. I'm so excited to see you guys again. Today we're going to be doing a really fun project. It's called the Spring Bird on a Branch craft, okay? So I'm going to zoom in on this picture for you guys to see. But it's kind of like a bird on a branch, but his body is poking out. So it's kind of like a little 3D pop-out card for us, okay? So it should be really exciting today. I'm going to go over the materials that are needed, and as well I'm going to go over just kind of the general project guidelines, and then we're going to get working on our project here, okay? So supplies that we will need today, I have included in this a template for you. This includes the bird body circles, and I even put some little designs on there just in case you didn't have scrapbook paper at home. But if you do have a scrapbook paper at home, feel free to just cut out 2-inch circles from those. Or if you want to make them solid colors, you can free to do that too. Below here we have, this is going to be our main body hold circle. This is going to be the head of our bird. This little tulip shaped thing here is going to be the tail of our bird. And then I've also included some little leaves along the bottom there, okay? So we are going to get working on this project. As I mentioned, there is a template attached for you, so it's a little bit easier for you to follow along and cut out those designs. And so if you don't have something round that's exactly 2 inches, or you don't have a hole punch, sometimes we have those big hole punchers in the art room, which are really handy, except for when you're at home and you might not have them. I know I don't have them at home. So use the template, surely. What I would suggest as well is a pair of handy scissors. And these can be the big scissors, the small scissors, the safety scissors. It's up to you guys, whatever you feel comfortable with, okay? Right-handed, left-handed as well. We're going to need a handy dandy glue stick. And then you will use your coloring supplies, your choice of coloring supplies, okay? So I have crayons here, colored pencils, which I'll most likely use, and then markers. And so since I have little designs I left on the circles here, I think what I'll most likely do is color it in with the colored pencils, and then I will color in the smaller circles with markers just to make it pop there, okay? So I have those there. Anything else? You will need a blue piece of paper. So I just cut this. This is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that I just cut in half. But feel free to use any color if you want. This is just the sky color, and so this is just kind of a friendly, little for fun activity. So you can make it any color that you want. You might also see on there that there's sticks that you can get. This is because in the actual drawing, there's a stick that the bird is sitting on, if you could see that. Now today, since I'm only using a glue stick and not a hot glue gun, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to draw a branch, which is already done for me. Draw a branch onto this so that I don't have to worry about the glue stick not holding it well enough on there, okay? And so that's your guys' choice. You can choose to go outside and scavenger for a really cool stick to use, or you can draw your own. It's up to you, okay? Other than that, I think we can get started. We will need googly eyes, which I will have to run over and get in the other side of the art room, but we're not there quite yet. So let's get started, okay? So what I would suggest getting started with is it is a lot easier if you cut this piece of paper in half right here, okay? Just so that you can have your 2 sets of designs separate. And so then you also know, hey, these are my body circles and these are my other pieces here, okay? So I would just cut them apart just so it's a little bit easier for you to manage. And then what I would suggest next is I was actually suggesting to color when it's still part of the piece of paper. That way you can feel free to color outside the lines. You don't have to worry about going over the edges and it being darker towards the edge or anything like that, okay? So I am going to make myself a nice little area here. I'm going to move my laptop down so you can kind of see me. Hopefully That's a little better view for you. I'm sorry. It's quite the angle I have here. But I am going to choose, maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an outside of pink for these hearts. And see, I'm not worrying about coloring outside of the lines. I'm not worried about coloring inside the heart because later I'm actually going to use a marker and can easily color over those things, okay? And when I finally decide to cut them out, you can see a little bit closer, it's kind of pink there. I'm using this beautiful color. It doesn't even have a name. Oh man. But then if I use a marker that's like a darker purple color or darker pink, then I can just highlight the heart here and not even worry about having to go over the colored pencil. So I'm just going to color in those hearts there. And this is something you guys can do along with me. You don't have to wait until we go all the way through. I know we all go at our own speed, at our own pace. And so if I'm going too fast, definitely feel free to pause this video at any point. Come back to it if you need to take a break. Sometimes I need to take a little bit of a stretch break as well. But this is my first circle that I have created. It's a little bit hard to see the pink color, the lighter pink that I have colored on the background. But now I'm going to put those supplies back in my bins that I have here. And I'm going to go, this is a really sparkly colored pencil here, so hopefully you can see it a little bit more. Scooch back for you. I'm going to make this one blue, I think. I love the different colors that they used on the example for us, okay? Okay, put that back in there, and then I can get a darker blue with my marker and color in the squares here. And that's just easily over the colored pencil. If you are using crayons, it may be a little bit waxy, and so it may be a little bit harder to color on top of. If you do have Sharpies at home, though, Sharpies are a little bit better to adhering to waxy crayons, okay? Okay, I'm done with my blue there. Now I have my blue, and I have my hearts, which is pink. Let's see, what else, what other color do I want? Maybe we can go green, okay? So I'm going to choose green here. I'm going to do it for my circle that has the polka dots on it, all right? And you can make this as creative as possible. So I just filled in 3 circles for you with little designs, just in case we didn't have that scrapbook paper laying around at home. But also feel free to add your own designs in the 2 empty circles down below, okay? So this one I have colored green. And I'm going to get a dark green, but I'm also going to get a lime green marker here and try to do some alternating polka dots. We'll see how that turns out, okay? So this one's a little bit darker. Maybe one in the middle. And then this is the lighter green. So it kind of looks like my crayon, actually, or my colored pencil that I was using. So I have used those 2 colors, and now you can see that I have 2 different shades of green there, okay? Awesome. Now for these ones down here, I can be a little creative. So I noticed that I have a lot of like more polka dots, even if they're squares or hearts, but I was thinking I could do some sort of plaid or some more line work there, okay guys? And so I'm gonna choose what I want my colors to be. I think I would like to try this fun color red here. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Ooh, and this one, nope, doesn't have a name. This is a space where you can put your name though. Boop. Okay, so I'm gonna color in this empty circle here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get, maybe I will use, it's so hard to pick which I want to use. I want to take my time. You guys definitely can take your time by pausing this video real quick, but I want to get through this so you guys can, maybe I'll use a Sharpie for this one just so it's a little bit darker. I'm gonna put some lines across here. Maybe I can even do going this way too. Okay, so there is my other circle. I know it looks pretty messy right now, but remember that we can cut those out, okay? And then I am gonna color in the last one that I have here, and I'm thinking I'm gonna use orange. Coloring is something really nice that you guys can do to relax your mind. It kind of is like just a mindfulness activity that you can do. Right now I'm in a little bit of a hurry just because I want to get this whole entire craft out for you guys. But I think I'll definitely come back to it during my own time and take a little more time to create these beautiful feathers, these body pieces. And I'm going to use big dots. Awesome. All right. Now we have those. Okay, so we can move our camera back up. I'm here. Awesome. So now we have our designs here. And so the step that I would use next is I would get my scissors and I'm going to cut those out. Okay. I'm going to pause this for you real quick so that you guys can finish your coloring. And then when we come back, I will have them already cut out and moving on to the next step for you. Okay. So I'll see you in a minute.